York City has a wide divergence between the wealthy and the poor. And really what we see in our newspapers every day and hear on our radio every day are really stories about the wealthy and not about what's happening to the poor.
People that live in public housing, they are not just people who are just ready to do crime, that don't care, people on drugs. These are real people that live there. I've been living there for 31 years. I brought up my 5 kids there. There are neighbors that I know that brought up their children there. There is no place else for them to go.
The crucial issue in this country and around the world are fundamental economic rights. Housing, health care, schooling, food.
There was a time 25, 30 years ago when there weren't very many funders who supported local, grassroots, community-based work in New York City. North Star was one of the first groups to see that if you support local efforts and help people build on their own and become self-sustaining in the work they want to do, then that'll help build a citywide effort, that'll help build a statewide effort, and that can lead to national efforts. But if you don't start on the ground in the communities, then you're never going to be able to build those larger movements and social justice activities that we all want to see.
North Star sees these voices that are in these communities that have the capacity to become leaders, and they actually make it real. I see that there's something going on in my community. I want to help fix it, and North Star Fund believes in me.
It's very hard when you start off because you don't have a track record of accomplishments or anything like that. It's extremely helpful when a foundation like North Star sees the potential, sees what's happening, understands it, feels it, and then, is able to support you.
What I particularly loved about North Star is I wasn't giving money to charity, I was giving money to social change.
North Star was really a form of community organizing, and while it was a resource for activist organizations, we viewed ourselves as organizing donors, and donors were their own constituency who can then in turn organize other donors.
Donors leveraging their funds by sharing information about North Star with other people who have the means to support North Star and to support grassroots community organizing.
I think that as we push to broaden the idea of who's a donor, we change the conversation. We change the conversation of how much potential resources we could be moving to organizing in the city, and we change the conversation about who could be part of moving those resources. It's also about building a community of people working for change.